Welcome, travelers, to my realm of nightmares. Allow me to be your personal assistant. Come in, take a seat, get comfortable. For when you step into my realm, there's no stepping out.
Hello, travelers. PA Nightmares here. I've noticed that over 30% of my viewers are not subscribed to the channel. So, if you're a new or a returning viewer and you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. And if you like what I do, liking the video and commenting as well, as it really helps push this video into the algorithm and it really does help the channel grow. Well, I've taken enough of your time. On to the main event.
Snowflakes begin to fall from the darkened sky as a young woman walks toward the edge of the forest. A small sliver of moonlight bounces off of a blade that resides in her left hand. She takes small, slow strides into the forest as a plan to make her family happy on this Christmas morning begins to form in her mind. There is only one thing that she can do in order to make her family happy on this special holiday. The young woman wipes away the tears falling down her cheeks as she wanders down the snow-covered path of the forest. She is nearing the designated spot in the clearing where she had placed all of the necessary items in case someone is to stumble upon her during the delicate process. The woman, dressed in hardly any clothing, looks up to the sky as she inhales the cold winter air. She makes her way into the clearing of the woods, the naked tree staring back at her as her eyes search the snow-covered ground for the small altar she had placed there the previous night. Candles burn brightly against the elegant white powder of the ground. Hot wax rolls down the candles and falls onto the cold snow, melting it in an instant. She picks up a small golden mirror and looks at her pitiful reflection. Christmas blues, oh Christmas blues, how much I fucking hate you, she disgustingly sings. She is tired of all the things in her life going wrong, tired of not being appreciated by her family despite them saying otherwise. How many more bruises does she have to cover up with makeup? How many times does she have to lie and say that she tripped going down the stairs, or that she had hit her head while doing housework? How much more can she take? The answer is no more. She can no longer take the pain and misery of living. The woman knows that what she is about to do cannot be undone once started, yet she doesn't care. Sometimes the best thing to do is the worst thing to do. Her logic may be frayed. Her logic may not make a lick of sense to anyone else, but none of that matters to her. She is ready to get out of the sorrowful way of life, and this is her only chance to do it. She places the mirror on the small blanket, picks up the blade, and rests her back against a fallen tree branch. The blade glides down her right forearm. Crimson liquid cascades down onto the white snow, causing it to dissolve. Something rustles in the nearby trees, catching the attention of the woman. She glances over her left shoulder to see something in the distance leisurely walking towards her. She sits helplessly on the hard ground, shivering from the cold. The figure suddenly appears beside her. A small person stares up at her with an evil grin plastered to their face. They take the blade from the woman, tosses it behind them, and lifts her arm up to their lips. Sharp teeth sink down onto the wound of the woman's arm, causing her to cry out in pain. The sound of flesh ripping echoes throughout the enclosed area. The woman watches in horror as the elf happily chomps down on skin, blood dribbling down his chin as muscle and tissue hang out of the corner of his mouth. The elf grabs a white scarf from the altar beside the woman and shoves it in her mouth while shoving his long fingernail into her chest. A muffled whimper sounds as the elf continues to push his fingernail within her chest, feeling the warmth of liquid oozing around his bare flesh. He leans forward and places his lips upon the woman's cheek, teeth grazing the skin before another bite is taken. Her body freezes up once the fingernail of the elf penetrates her frantically beating heart. The woman's eyes widen as she feels a sharp pain inside of her body. Tears run down her cheeks while she whimpers, the sound growing ever so quiet with every push of the elf's finger into her heart. The area finally silences. Nothing but a few birds can be heard cawing in the distance as the elf continues to chomp down on the dead carcass of his latest victim. Blood stains the white blanket on the ground as the woman's body is dragged away from the altar that she had set up. Reindeer neigh in the distance as a ho 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 is hollered into the night.
I would like to thank tonight's author or authors for allowing me to use their works. If you enjoyed this, the author's links will be in the description below. Please check them out and let them know PA sent you. Also, if you like to walk around representing my realm and gaining new travelers, the links to my merch store, my website, and all my other social medias will be in the description below. As always, I'd like to say a special thank you to all my lovely Patreons. All of their names will appear on screen. I'll make sure to put all their links in the description below so you guys can check them out as well if you'd like.
But as always, travelers, once you step into my realm, there's no stepping out.